Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning stretch. I'm Tricia Sloma, along with Matt Engelbrecht and Kyrstyn Glover.
Hello, hello.
So happy you could all join us on the morning stretch. You know, what would the morning stretch be without, your own beatboxing going on in the background, Matt? I don't know.
We don't even need intro music anymore.
It inspires you. It's like your own lyric track in your head. If you could put it to words, what would it say?
The morning stretch.
Good question.
The morning stretch. The morning stretch. Stretch it out.
Maybe we'll table that.
It's work in progress. You know?
We'll go back to the drawing board.
Workshop.
We'll talk it over.
Thank you. Typical producer tries to keep us on track. I get it. We have a snowman that is no longer with us, and let's just have a moment of silence for Oliver, the Brenner family snowman.
Poof.
Okay, that's our moment of silence. Oliver was built back on, this is his, the
there
goodbye. These are the goodbye photos.
In the eyes of the snowman.
Back on February 14th, 15th weekend, that's when we got all that snow. That's when he was built. 10 feet tall, look at that. That's the youngest Brenner daughter. Sharing memories,
Yeah.
We didn't even get him a full month, folks. He started to slowly decline because of the warm days that we had. Matt, it was a nice stretch.
It was. In fact, the first couple of weeks that we had the story that we were talking about this snowman, it was cold. It was bitterly cold. So all of our estimations on when we would see it finally come down, when it was deep, I said May. I was thinking this was going to hold on to May, and then everything flipped, especially late February, early March, to where we're seeing, the effects of warm air on a 10-foot tall snowman.
Yeah, and this is exactly what happens. There was only one person in this group of three today that picked March. Kyrstyn.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I should have bet money on it.
Tricia, tell her what she's won.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. We'll put a pin in that. But the Brenner family said, see you next year, big guy. And they were so awesome. They sent us regular updates. Again, we only had them for about a month, so they did a great job.
It's fun to watch. Yeah.
Thank you, Brenner family. And all the neighborhood kids who played along with us. So we appreciate it. We had some fun stories today, Kyrstyn.
Yes, we do. Why don't we go for
the bear skull?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, we had some fun stories, and of course, the bear skull. There is a skull that's actually up for auction.
What's going on here?
It's just so uncomfortable how many times this woman actually touches, handles,
she's not even wearing gloves.
Manipulates.
Oh no, the bear's dead.
Artifact.
The bear's dead.
Know,
it's not like it's gonna bite her. It's dead. It's been dead for a long time.
60,000 years old. Now, I guess I wouldn't have had to worry though, even if I was alive 60,000 years ago, because this thing was a plant eater.
Looking at that jaw, I would say no, but I'm not an archaeologist, so what do I know? That's some sharp teeth to eat some plants. What kind of plants were they eating?
I don't know. Grown trees?
Pretty much. I don't know. That's
look at that.
I heard you were talking about how
look at that.
There's somebody had like a fake skull. Is that what you were saying this morning?
So a viewer was watching our show, and Christie's auction actually had a similar skull or something like of a prehistoric animal on display, and they were going to auction it off. And then guess what? It was debunked. Someone discovered that they had spray painted it and made it look fossilized, and it got through their check, their vetting process, all the way. Yeah. So our viewers wouldn't that be funny if this, and I'm thinking, no, I don't think it would necessarily be funny.
But
I think
spray
it'd be
painted,
hilarious.
You think maybe some red flags, guys sitting there with his spray can. No, it's authentic.
I don't know. You got to get it past the lady that's been handling it this whole time.
You think maybe it was 3D printed or something?
Yeah.
3D printed, they spray painted it, they did all the texturizing.
That's a different person. That's a different person.
I'm sorry, but whoever that person is, they're all touching it. They're all, let's touch.
Yeah.
Let's feel it. Let's grab hold of it.
Yeah. I'm really curious what the number is on this item. Hey, do you go to an auction house thinking, oh, finally the giant bear skull has come up for auction. This is the one I'm going to get in on. Are we talking thousands of dollars? Millions of dollars?
But who are we talking as well? Are we talking museums, or are we talking someone who's just a fossil connoisseur and they want it for their basement?
There's some weird rich
Gosh, I
people
hope
out
not.
there.
This deserves to be on display. I think it's fascinating. I don't like how much they're actually touching it, but I think it's worth being on display and having a lot of historical notes about what this would have eaten, what it looked like, all of that. But yeah, I don't think a personal person should buy it.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's all right.
Yeah. Well, you can see the comparison, too, between the two skulls. The one on the right is the one now, and the one on the left is one before. So you can actually see the evolutionary traits, as which is so interesting that it was a plant eater and still that big.
Right.
And now they're kind of more of a meat eater, and the size of the bear shrunk. Fascinating.
How things change.
My brain keeps getting smaller. No. Stop.
What?
None of us disagreed. Did you know?
I know. Nobody said, no.
No, Matt.
No,
Don't be silly.
Yeah, he does eat a lot of plants.
We've got to root for something that's going to take place later on today. I think all eyes are going to be on Florida and the coast off of Florida as the astronauts finally return. The splashdown is supposed to happen, weather permitting, later today. This is Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore. They are due to come home finally tonight. They were up there for like an 8-day mission, and then it got extended, and it kept getting extended. And now it's up to nearly 300 days.
300 days.
Can you imagine?
You might as well just finish it. Go 1 year. Go 65 more days. Get it the year.
Well, some say they could have gone for the record.
What's the record?
It's in your notes.
437 days set by a Russian cosmonaut. I'm going to stop at Russian cosmonaut.
A Russian cosmonaut spent over 400 days in space. So
In 1995.
In 1995. So some people were saying like, hey, let him go for the record. No, I think at this point you were up there for 8 days. Have you guys ever been on a vacation that got extended?
No.
Yes, but you never extend. This is different. When it comes to the International Space Station, you extend that vacation and you're extending a once in a lifetime opportunity. Vacation, usually when it gets extended, it's out of your control.
Right.
And it's more frustrating than
it's more just of an inconvenience.
Yeah.
I was actually in Rome, part of a correspondent. Well, I was a correspondent for Ag Day, and I was sent on a international farm machinery show, and I was over there. Coming back, our flight got canceled, and we were told, "Well, you need to spend the day in Rome, an entire day in Rome. We're not going to get back to you for another day, and oh, by the way, your luggage already left."
Oh.
So we got bumped off the flight, but somehow our luggage made it. I've always done this when I do international travel. I pack a day's worth of clothes in a carry-on. So I still had, some of the essentials, makeup, and in my change of clothes in my carry-on. I'm like, fine by me.
Yeah.
I'm in Rome for the day.
Hey, when in Rome.
When in Rome, exactly. And I got to hang out for another day. I went to see the Colosseum. These are the things I didn't get to see before because I was working so hard. And then it's like, hey, got a free day.
Did you miss home?
No.
Not at all. Not at all.
Got to say this is pre-kids.
Pre-kids.
I should have started with that, right?
If the main part of your trip was for work,
yeah.
I personally get homesick when I go on like a too long of a vacation.
Yeah.
If it's a week long, that is my absolute maximum. Anywhere I go, like tropics, city, doesn't matter. Then I'm like, man, I just really miss my bed. Like, that's all I want.
Hey, missing your bed is different than being homesick, because you think about homesick, you think about the people that you're missing, the places that you're missing. But your bed, I think everybody agrees, your bed is the best place.
I love my bed. It's so nice.
It's so comfortable.
But if you have an extra day of no work,
Right.
and you actually get to vacation, then it's like, ooh, hot dog, here we go.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Take advantage of that.
Well, I don't know if these two astronauts have all been celebrating, but they said that they were fine, mentally fine, that they were actually, trained to experience just that day, the research ahead of them for that day and things. And then if you're lucky enough, you get to extend your days. That's what they have been reported to be saying about this extension. So they seem to be fine with everything.
Yeah, and it wasn't just you're stuck up there. The last week, they've been trying to launch the capsule to go get them, and that has even been delayed 1 or 2 times. But now it finally looks like that they're going to be coming home.
Oh, that's incredible. Yeah. All right, so tune in tonight. 5:57 is supposed to be the time. You can bet special coverage will take place right here on 16 News Now. So stay tuned for that.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to seeing all of that happen. All right. Are you looking forward to March Madness?
Yes.
The games are today,
Let's go.
actually.
The fake games are today.
What?
No, come on.
The play-in games are today. I've never really liked how they present this, as if
Oh, yeah, the play-in.
it is the play-in game only to play into a higher seed, and just never made sense. It was just another way for March Madness to take up the entire week.
Well,
on Tuesday.
This is like watching in the football season when they've extended the entire football championships and expanded the field and everything like that. The play-in games, it gives them a shot. There are so many good teams out there, though. That's the cool thing. And they're Cinderella teams.
Yeah.
I love this. Purdue is actually playing a Cinderella team.
I guess what doesn't make sense is that if it's a play-in game, you should be playing in for the 16 seed. Like that's the last one.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But they play in for like the 11th seed or the 12th seed. I think it was a 13th seed, something like that.
Yeah.
But they're seeded higher than it. If it's a play-in, you should be playing in for the last seed or the last spot in the tournament.
That's
not
true.
Somewhere in the middle.
That's so true.
Thanks, Tricia.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Hey guys.
What?
I need a March Madness for dummies.
Okay, what do you want?
I don't know what those seeds are.
Okay.
What do you mean?
No.
Plant the seeds.
Nah,
You water
it's almost
them.
time for
You're not gonna
that.
get us
It's
straight.
almost
And
time
it
for that.
grows into a national
Okay,
championship.
think about this. Okay, I'll help you because it is very confusing when people start saying, "I didn't know they were ranked 16th," when really they're ranked maybe higher than that. This is totally different. Think of this as a whole new season, and the seeding happens based on how you did in your regular season games and how you did in conference play. The seeding actually helps you determine where you're going to be in the bracket. So they're going to set these brackets, and they need to determine what team goes against what other team, and they have to find a balance. And that's where the numbers come into play. And it's not as random as you think. It is based on formulas of the regular season records and also their conference play.
Yep.
Okay.
And that includes location, too. If you have
Yes.
the number 1 seeds typically will play close to their home for the first couple of rounds. And then the worst seeds have to travel the farthest. That's a big thing with
Yes.
is it Michigan and Michigan State are out in Colorado. And then Michigan and Michigan State don't play until like 10 o'clock at night in a different
rough.
time zone. Yeah.
That is really rough.
Yeah.
That's just something I've always wondered. Like, I know people go crazy for it, and there's a lot of sports betting, and like I've never been into sports betting, but what is it all about? Like,
May I just suggest
fun.
you don't get involved in sports
No,
betting
no,
right
no,
now until you
Absolutely
learn
not.
more about the brackets?
I'll bet like $1.
Well,
That's fun.
That's what makes March Madness, when I was growing up, so easy and so fun, is that nobody knows the answer.
No.
So no matter how you determine who's going to win or where goes what, it's just fun. Okay, you might know this, Tricia. I feel like the tournament has shifted to where the women are now playing at the same time as the men.
Yeah.
I always felt it was off a week. And now they've put everything on top of one another.
Yes, they have now mashed it all, and I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It gives, I don't know, it gives a little bit of credence to women's basketball. It gives a little extra support. How many times have we, the men's tournament is all over, And then we're sitting back and waiting for the women, and it's like everything's died out. Everybody's ready to talk baseball and everything else. And it's like, wait, we still have
they
women's
put it
basketball
on
to
like
talk
a
about.
Monday or a Tuesday or Wednesday
I mean,
at 8 a.m. Like, just give them what they deserve, which is a primetime spot to run this tournament.
Notre Dame women's basketball, the last national championship they won was on Easter Sunday.
Right.
Hi.
I remember watching that.
So
The whole family was together.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, maybe I'm sound whiny, but yeah, it's like, come on.
Rightfully so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Okay. This is good stuff.
I'll learn it. I swear.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a bracket in the newsroom.
Oh, there
is there?
I think.
Is there one?
And you get to vote on it or not?
Yeah. Yeah, you get
Bet on
to
it.
play through it.
Yeah, I think it's due like before noon today because the games start this afternoon.
See?
So
That upsets me so much.
Why?
The bracket isn't set because of these play-in games. So if you don't get it in between now and the start of tonight, then you lose on those points. And then what are you supposed to do? Take a play-in all the way through? What if it's not the team that you wanted? I'm getting upset.
Then you don't know your stuff. I don't know.
I refuse to participate because they put an office pool together, and I always say, "Oh, wait a minute, this is for men's basketball. Where's your women's pool?" And everybody just blinks at me, and I go, "Right, I'm not participating." It's like, come on. And I know that sounds like I'm being a jerk, but come on.
No, we could do a women's pool.
We could do a women's pool too. Hi.
In college,
hi.
we did men's, we did women's.
Set it up, Tricia. Set it up, and the
No.
people will come.
That's the thing.
We did Division 2. I mean, we did all the brackets.
Do all of it.
Do all of it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited.
March Madness well underway, and we hope your bracket does well, whoever you are. Thanks for joining us today on the Morning Stretch. Make it a great day. Enjoy the sunshine out there today. Have a good one.
Bye.